He's gonna make us wait.
Hi, welcome to the Masocast. I'm Bjorn, and I do movies. And with me today, I've got the less good co-hosts, Don and Sam. How are y'all doing today, guys?
It's been rough lately, but honestly, being back and doing stuff it's always good for the old mental health. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Is.
Hey, but
Yeah.
I can't wait for this episode to drop before the tier list episode drops.
Don, I finished it. It's done.
Oh, you finally finished it?
I
Yeah,
have to
he's just not
export it
gonna
still, but
post
it's
it.
finished.
Yeah.
I just couldn't release it today like I normally would. I'm gonna push it back a couple days
Awesome.
because I released another video today. So yes, tier list episode
fair.
coming out before this one in theory. We'll see.
Hopefully.
I don't know why, but like my feedback whenever I'm recording is like super fucking delayed.
Why?
Oh, it's always
So-
delayed. I Discord
On
makes it so
OBS?
you cut each other off on accident.
No, on OBS, like it's taking a really.
Oh.
I thought that the feedback would be instant, but like the delay
Okay.
is a lot more significant than I remember.
You can hear yourself on OBS? Am I
No,
using
I'm looking at my
OBS wrong?
soundbar.
Oh, weird. Okay, so how do y'all want to start? Sam, you want to pick a topic and just go for it?
No.
Damn it. Okay, Don, you want to pick a topic?
I remember we brought up something that we were supposed to talk about for the podcast involving me, but I can't remember.
Dude, I can't remember. We've got, okay, I'll read off our proposed topics for today. We got Elon Musk is an idiot on Twitter, but what's new?
Oh yeah. You know,
Oh.
let's start with that.
Okay.
So, in case you missed it, Elon Musk has a Twitter. He may
Yeah.
be involved with the company a little bit, but
Yeah, it's a known thing.
so he tweeted out. There was a picture of Joe Rogan shooting the Cybertruck with an arrow. And the tweet said, "At this point, the Cybertruck is the most badass truck ever made." And Elon Musk replied to it saying, "It's an armored personnel carrier from the future, what Blade Runner would have driven."
So, Sam, that's not even the worst part of it. He misspelled Joe Rogan's name in the first part.
He
so
didn't.
it's
He didn't
actually,
say it in the tweet.
No, look at the one above it. So,
Oh, the one above it.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So, in his original tweet about the Cybertruck, he says, Joe Rohan shatters an arrow on the Cybertruck that would easily go through a normal car. And every single comment underneath it is like a picture of Joe Rogan's face photoshopped onto to the Riders of Rohan from Lord of the Rings. And then right after that, he hits us with the an armored personality carrier from the future, what Blade Runner would have driven. Because he thinks Harrison Ford's character is named Blade Runner.
It was named Blade Runner.
God, what is
Elon's
that?
genius.
That's like John Halo from.
Oh
the Halo
fuck,
game.
that's so apt.
It's just
so
like
apt.
it's right. It has that same energy. Oh fuck, I hate it.
I mean, like, tell me you've never sat through all the way through Blade Runner without telling me.
I've
you've
never
sat
sat all the way through Blade Runner.
He just watched the part in the sequel with the hologram girl, and he was like, "I need to make that in real life."
Based.
And then he just left.
Based.
and
You know
never
what?
went back.
Okay.
But the Cybertruck,
yeah.
just to generally roast the Cybertruck, it looks fucking horrible. I think I would like actively ridicule anyone I met in real life who drove that.
Why?
Have you seen it, Sam?
You know, I saw one the other day. Swear to God.
Wait, they're out.
In my town.
They're out.
Yeah, I saw one driving.
Holy shit, that's fucking terrifying.
It may have been like a pre-order model or something like that. I don't know, but I saw.
No, they're not pre-order models. They're still alpha. builds.
Alphas. Yeah.
Or I guess whatever the equivalent of the alpha build would be for.
So I saw one of those, and I saw a Rivian, which, if you don't know, are like the only good electric cars out. So
I don't know anything
That
about
was
one.
pretty
They're
cool.
so nice.
Yeah, I saw one. I looked over at the driver and I
Dude.
just nodded. And he looked at me and he just like nodded confused because he didn't know why I was nodding. But I respect it.
Yeah, mad. That's really it
Like-
with Elon Musk. I just thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I can't believe he misspelled Joe Rogan's name and then didn't go back and
Also, that
edit it.
truck is fucking ugly, and I can't believe he still
Thank
insists that
you.
design
Thank
should be maintained
you.
for the years.
It's fucking horrible.
Like,
I don't know what
like
he was
it's
thinking.
so fucking not aerodynamic.
Also, it was
It
meant to
completely
cash in on
It
on
looks
Cyberpunk.
like so. I went to Disney World without you guys once, and
Oh, I
I
was gonna
did
say, I remember,
the test
unfortunately.
track at Epcot. Okay, without you, I was there with my mother,
Uh-huh.
with my family.
Did you
And-
Did you get drunk with her?
No, I didn't. Okay, because you know what? You're never gonna let me live this down, are you?
No.
No.
You should have been there. It was horrible.
It was great. It was fantastic. Anyways, so we went on the test track, and they have you design like the cars before you get on test track. So I designed a truck, and it looked exactly like the Cybertruck, and it was second place for the entire day on aerodynamics. Okay.
See, Don? Look, eat ass. Sam was right all along. The Cybertruck is actually good.
So listen, I'm not saying Elon Musk owes me royalties or anything. I'm just saying that if you're out here,
Speaking of owing someone
I'm
royalties.
just saying, the moment that fucking thing has to turn, or the moment that a giant gust of wind is gonna hit it from any of the
It's
sides
too heavy,
that are
dude.
not the front or the
it's
back.
heavy as shit.
I would like to compare it to my
Oh, yeah,
old
it is
shitter,
built like
my
a
old
fucking
shitty
tank,
shitty
isn't
bang
it?
bang. It reminds me of shitty shitty bang bang. in a bad
Hummer.
way.
Yeah, baby.
That thing used to catch
it
the
does.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking bad. So
You know
anyway,
what?
as I
The
was-
Hummer with Shitty Shitty Bang Bang, if you crashed in it, like in one of those total crashes, it probably would have kept you safe.
No, Sam. Do you not remember how shitty
No,
shitty bang
I
bang
think we
died?
would have died on impact because
yeah, Sam.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I got into a minor fender. So here's how shitty shitty bang bang ended. I got into a minor fender bender a couple years ago, like a very minor. I was going 15 miles an hour on back roads, and I got in a fender bender because I sneezed and looked down and didn't put on my brakes fast enough. I was going 15 miles an hour, and it totaled my car. I got like almost hurt.
Oh, I thought you crashed into a wall
Yeah,
going
'cause
faster.
No, it was a
Because
fender
like,
bender.
because
I
Hummers
don't
are
remember
notorious for like
They were like it was like all
not
plastic.
distributing. Or I thought it didn't distribute damage too well.
Okay.
No, I
Like,
mean
you know
say
what?
you
when
got
I
into
looked
a
at the
wreck.
damage, Don, all of it was plastic, like the
My
whole
bad.
fucking thing.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that means
Yeah.
it
We
crumpled
definitely
like it
would
was
have
supposed
died.
to.
No,
Grayson, it is my
was-
bad. I apologize. I should
Yeah,
have.
it was not.
Like it,
Not
like
good.
cars are supposed to crumple whenever you hit something.
Yeah, but Don, it totaled my car, and I was going 15 miles an hour and got in a fender bender.
Yeah, you know what? That could have given you a concussion, and you don't need any more.
I would have
brain
taken that. I would have
damage.
taken.
No,
I would've
I'm the
taken
one
that.
who doesn't need any more concussions,
Okay.
Dawn.
Vicious Don.
Oh yeah.
Every episode, you just go.
Stop
at me. It's
applying
fucking
like
hilarious.
my characteristics to Grayson, you dum dum.
All of us have pretty bad bouts of brain damage. Yours is the one from concussions.
Mine has
Sam's-
an
yeah.
outside cause,
Mine is-
baby.
I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
CTE.
Speaking
All right.
speaking of severe amounts of brain damage,
Oh, God.
Garage Ninja.
Oh, God.
Okay, I had a really good transition earlier. What did I say? Speaking of owing me royalties, that was it. So South Park aired a fucking special, and I want to talk about it for a second. If y'all will bear with me.
Oh, wait. Have you
I
released
think-
the trailer for Garage Ninja, by the way?
Right.
Yes, the trailer for Garage Ninja has been released. I can talk about the plot. Let me pull up the plot synopsis. That'll be the easiest way to
Wait,
explain.
what was that, Don? You were saying something. You went,
Dude, I forgot what I was gonna mention.
rip.
So the plot of the Garage Ninja movies that I've talked about on this channel, probably, especially in the old channel, like 1,000 times. It's been around, so people know. I mean, people, like 2 people, know about the Garage Ninja plot. And the original plot of the Garage Ninja film was going to be that Garage Ninja was going to battle Kathleen Kennedy, who was the head of Lucasfilm when I started writing this in 2017, and is still the head of Lucasfilm today somehow. So he battles her and discovers that she's using magic stones to purposely fail franchises in order to gain power and wealth for herself. And he has to stop her before she fails the last franchise and ends the universe. It was like a parody of Thanos, basically, with a bunch of other shit mixed in. So South Park released a special where Cartman has to battle Kathleen Kennedy, who's using a magic stone called the Pander Stone to purposely ruin Disney movies for her own political power and gain. It's suspicious enough that we have to discuss the possibility, the very minute possibility that someone from South Park has been watching my shit.
It's
there's more-
a
there's more-
greater than, I think, 5%.
Have you considered the possibility that you may have been cloned as a child?
I mean, that's the plot of Garage Ninja, and that's in the fucking South Park episode. Kathleen Kennedy is a clone
Exactly.
of
So
Cartman.
maybe
It's-
what if you got that idea because whoever cloned you was trying to give you a hint,
Oh,
but
like
they weren't
fucking
able
House
to
of
do
the
it
Scorpion.
explicitly.
Like House of the Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild.
So,
that's the best
I'm gonna nod my head
question.
like I know what you're talking
Kathleen
about. but-
Kennedy found all the plot
That's a book.
balls?
Kathleen Kennedy. No, it's not the plot balls. It's the failed franchise stones, Sam. The plot balls are something
Oh,
entirely
that's right.
different.
That's
You gotta
right. That's
keep
right.
up.
That's right. That's right. Sorry. My
'Cause I
lore is a
purposely
little
put in
bit
10
off.
No, I purposely put in 10 arbitrary combinations of items you could collect to get powers because I thought it was fucking funny. But no. But either way, it's really funny. The South Park episode is hilarious, but it's just craziness that they had the same idea I did, probably unrelated.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know,
it's really, really funny. It was worth talking about.
You have
for
to
sure.
clarify the probably part because it's such a big coincidence that it's a.
It is a big
non-zero
coincidence.
chance.
It is a big coincidence. It is on the money. Like, I have been making fun of Kathleen Kennedy. Me and Sam were talking about it. I was making fun of Kathleen Kennedy before it was cool. So,
Dude, you're the Kathleen Kennedy hater hipster. That's awesome, actually.
well, yeah, and originally,
predicted the
like,
trend.
my original... here's the even weirder bit with the South Park episode. The original point of Garage Ninja was to be a parody of people after The Last Jedi. The people like Kathleen Kennedy ruined my childhood. She's been planning to destroy Star Wars all along, you know. I wanted to make fun of that because I thought it was really dumb. So I wrote this idea of failing franchises and stones on purpose, and you know, and made it as a parody of the sort of people who would make fun of Kathleen Kennedy. That is what the South Park episode did too. Like at the end of the episode, they reveal that she's been receiving hate mail for years, and that it made her evil, which is actually something I think she says in one of my skits, verbatim. So, I don't know. I just think it's really funny. I don't think South Park really ripped me off. I think it's one of those like great minds situations, except one of the minds is me, and the other one is like the legend Trey Parker. So, I don't know. I just think it's funny. I thought it was worth mentioning. It's actually, what's weird is this is the second time this has happened to me.
Third, remember someone stole your entire video?
Oh, yeah, I don't count that. That was literally theft. So, Don, have you heard the Skittles one? I don't know if I brought this up on the podcast. I made a shit post about it on my Discord. So, in one of my YouTube scripts, I had a joke where a character on the Suicide Squad called Rainbow Raider, who is a rainbow-themed supervillain. He's really stupid. But he had a bit where he was constantly eating Skittles because they're rainbow-colored. And he kept telling everyone to taste the rainbow, bitch, whenever he killed them. Like a funny little gag because he's a rainbow guy. And then I saw the movie Shazam 2, which came out a year later. And in the movie Shazam 2, there's a character, a little girl, who's always eating Skittles. And she's trying to offer everyone Skittles. It was a Skittles product placement. It was a really terrible scene. And at the end, she kills someone and goes, "Taste the rainbow, bitch."
She said motherfucker.
Oh, is it motherfucker? Okay.
And it cuts out.
Okay. Close enough. It was close enough to my joke that it made me suspicious because the man who made the movie is a previously small YouTuber. My videos are about DC properties.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not unpopular. They're not popular. They got like 2,000, 3,000 views, but you know, they're around if you look for DC shit. So there's a non-zero chance that the guy who wrote fucking Shazam 2 was looking for inspiration on DC shit and stole my joke. Probably not, but I like to think it's funny if it happened.
You're just too creative, dude. That's the
I
problem.
am. I'm just like ahead of the curve. They just need to hire me at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Please,
just like
please.
go and say, like, hey, man, I appreciate
I
this.
swear to
Like,
God, I will fix your shit. I will make it good. Okay, so
I will make it
change
decent,
something.
okay? You're not a miracle worker.
Okay, another really good pivot here. You want to pivot to the Marvel Insider leaks? Because this is just a very easy pivot.
Oh no, is it the... Just go ahead. I think I actually know what you're talking about for once.
This is Variety dropped this fucking scathing article. This is fucking hilarious, by the way. This is like up there with the Sony email leaks. So the emails discuss the leaks from insiders in the studio, which are believed to be accurate by Variety. They're apparently pretty well vetted. Talk about what's been going on behind the scenes at Marvel recently, because we've seen the decline in the fucking movies. About how they're like running around with headless chickens trying to panic over the Kang Jonathan Majors situation, and they don't know what to do. But my favorite little tidbit in all these leaks was about the Blade movie. So y'all know who Blade is, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No?
Who is Blade, my good man?
Like you're being fucking sarcastic.
Just
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So Marvel
little
got
trouble.
Mahershala
Gonna
Ali
actually
to play
snap.
Blade. They got Mahershala Ali, who's like an incredible actor, like a huge get for them to play Blade, and they almost lost him according to these leaks, which are very accurate. Do you want to know why they almost lost him?
Why?
Any guesses? Just
No.
take a guess. Dawn, guess.
Because they're hacks and wanted to go back to the original Avengers because they're running out of ideas to keep interest in the MCU.
That's also in the leaks, but no, it's because they had relegated Blade to 25 minutes of screen time in the Blade movie.
What?
So, according to leaks, and these are, again, everything that's in them is proven to be accurate so far, they through a series of rewrites and bringing in new writers, they brought in these apparently female writers, if I remember correctly, to rewrite the script to be more diverse. And they wrote a script that focused heavily on an original female character who's not in the comic books. And she wound up becoming kind of the main character of the Blade movie. And that Blade was becoming more and more of a tertiary character the more rewrites they did. So, and it got to the point where Blade was apparently relegated to 24 minutes of screen time in the Blade movie. And Mahershala Ali was
in the words of Chris Broussard, are they developmentally disabled?
I mean, maybe. So it got so bad that Mahershala Ali threatened to walk. Okay, here's the exact words. As public criticism mounts, Feige pulled the plug on scripts and projects that weren't working. Case in point, the Blade reboot with Mahershala Ali signed on for the eponymous role of the Vampire Daywalker. Things looked promising for a 2023 release. Obviously, that didn't happen. But the project has gone down through at least 5 writers, 2 directors, and 1 shutdown 6 weeks before production. One person familiar with the narrative said that at one point the story morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons. Blade was relegated to a 4th lead. The bizarre idea considering that the studio had 2-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali on board. So Ali was ready to exit the script over script issues. Feige went back to the drawing board and hired Michael Green, the Oscar-nominated writer of Logan, to start anew, which is now the script they're going with. What the fuck
Which is what they should have
Marvel?
done in the first place.
Yes! They don't put enough money in writers. I don't know anything about Michael Green, but I love Logan, so.
I think it's just like the average writer isn't good. And
No,
that
I think it's
really
the
good
desperation to
writers
push women. But they're pushing the wrong characters.
No, I think it's like, I don't know, like, it depends, because don't a lot of writers have to also account for the target demographics that the decision makers on the show are trying to hit?
Yeah, but I think Marvel has lost touch with who their
like,
target demo is.
Yeah, because
really
because I feel like writers having true creative freedom on their work is like a very rare thing to see.
Yeah, there's a difference between
especially.
some oversight from like producers and what has happened over there. Honestly, it might be not enough. Like, from the sound of that Blade script, that sounds like not enough oversight. That sounds like someone needs to step in and say, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" Like a long time before they got.
I mean, it's
Blade
also
being the
Disney,
fourth
and
lead.
they're not afraid to exploit whatever currently ongoing fucking
It's such
what's
a
the
bad
term?
idea.
Social rights movements are going on. Exploit it for viewership. Would it be the first time they've done it? Would it be the
No,
last?
it's. I mean, okay, I think we can just drop the veneer. The target demographic of Marvel movies is white men ages 14 to 30. Anyone want to disagree with that?
I'll say 10.
10 to 30? Yeah, I think that's fair.
10 to 45.
I
45,
think you
okay.
underestimate I think you underestimate like how many young women also watch it, because like Marvel has a huge fandom from like teenagers,
Maybe.
and a lot of the discourse is driven by like teenagers, like
Okay.
female teenagers.
Maybe, but I think they're like, look at the box office stuff, right? And you can say it's all superhero movies, but I disagree. I think we've seen time and time again that superhero movies that don't do this sort of shit they've been doing lately, like Guardians 3 and Across the Spider-Verse, they do very well. It's only the movies that are, terrible, horrible horseshit that are pushing just really dumb ideas. Like, okay, I might come off like a sexist bigot here. You can call me a sexist bigot, whatever. Let's look at the last couple Marvel movies and their box office performance. You've got Thor: Love and Thunder, which I think performed okay at the box office, but compared to what it was expected to do, it didn't do well. What did that movie do? It pushed a female Thor very heavily and relegated everyone else to joke characters except for her. She's very awesome in the movie, air quotes. And didn't go over well.
And she also has cancer, baby.
I think they should have done 2 movies. They wasted gore on that. Whatever. I've made a whole video about that. That's not the point. But whatever. So they pushed her. That's fine. That's a one-time case. That's in the comic books. There's a precedent for that. I don't even hate that particular idea so much. Let's look at Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. They push a new female character, America Chavez, who everyone hates in the comic books. She's a character that's made fun of quite a bit, if I remember. But I didn't hate her in the movie, but they pushed her very, very heavily. We've got She-Hulk. They push Jennifer Winters. Again, I love her in the comic books, but they have a scene where she tells the Hulk that because she's a woman, she's dealt with more than he ever has in his whole life, which is fucking hilarious.
Yes, because...
And they have her look awesome and make him look like a loser and, whatever. And so that flops. They're doing the Marvels. Again, no problems with the Marvels, but it's just more of the same sort of thing. And all of these movies are flopping. Oh, Ant-Man. They push Ant-Man's daughter constantly. And the Wasp is a side character. They already had a female character they could have pushed, but they chose to push Ant-Man's daughter instead, which is very fucking weird.
I don't think... I think they're pushing Ant-Man's daughter not because of... Or I guess it's partly because of trying to get more... Yeah, I think it's mostly for the Young Avengers and not so that they want a female lead to try to...
But let's look at the Young Avengers current lineup. You've got Miss Marvel, got Kate Bishop, you've got Ant-Man's daughter, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, and America Chavez. I'm trying to think if they've revealed anyone else. I think that's really it. Those are all women. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine, but the original lineup of the Young Avengers is not that. There's more diversity, right? Like actual diversity. Like you've got like a mix of different types of people. It's just a very unusual. But anyway, so I think you've got their demographic, males mostly. There are women fans. I'm not denying that. I'd say it's probably 80 or 70, 30, 80, 20. So they're pushing. I'm just because these articles are like trying to figure out what's going wrong with their franchise. It's all in this thing. Like they're panicking like headless chickens, and the Marvels is flopping. They don't know why. And so they're pushing these characters, and they're making them look cool at the expense of some of the older legacy characters that people really like, that the male demographic relates to. And then, so what's happening is their male demographic is walking, and they're left with that. Maybe they're left with that 30%, but I don't think so.
Does the male demographic really like relate to care? Is that part of the appeal as to why like anyone in the male demographic?
There's a certain level of power fantasy to it. I mean, yeah, I would say. If you're going
I don't know if it's it's because I consume media autistically, but I don't like. I also
just think generally there's a decrease in the quality of writing connected to this sort of pushing.
You know what, Don?
Oh, that's my what's it called? That's my. That's
I think
why
it's all
I
connected though. I think it's all the same.
To me, it's a combination of there's too many superhero stuff, and I like to diversify my portfolio. And also, a lot of the superhero
you don't like
stuff
to
I've seen lately
diversify
has not
your
been good.
portfolio. All you do is play League.
Watch the same.
Okay.
Do you know how much League shit is going across my
League
feed? Because you
watch a lot of diverse shit.
I've had to
the
block
exception
so
for video
many.
games. League is
Anyone
the
here
exception
watches a
for
lot
video
of diverse
games.
shit. It's me, Don. I watch literally everything in every genre.
And I watch nothing. I mean,
Sam's honestly the most diverse out of all of us because he has a life.
I mean, I watch anime, but not a lot of the anime I watch is the same.
I haven't even. You know what? Besides the first episode, I haven't even watched Free Don.
Oh my god, you disgust me.
Do you know how fucking busy I am, dog? Don't even give me this shit.
Oh, I'm sure you're very busy. You are.
Bleep it out.
Fuck
Bleep
you.
it out.
But God damn it! Don, I was hoping to go one episode without editing something out. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, at least you're editing this one, not because I said something awful.
At 24.
I'm waiting for it. It's only a matter of time. Okay, so yeah.
No, but
so
like I don't consume media to relate to people. I just I consume media to see to view stories that people make.
Well, okay. Let me say that another way. Relate might not be the last word. Let's compare some of these female characters and their character traits to some of the original ones, just for the sake of argument. She-Hulk. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I have not watched it. I couldn't bring myself to see it.
All I know about it is Megan Thee Stallion.
I know she tours with Megan Thee Stallion. I know Daredevil has a yellow suit that looks pretty awful.
I have seen that video so many times.
I know that she does a courtroom thing, but it's. Oh, I know that it ends with a fourth wall break where she makes fun of white men. I think, from what I've heard. I haven't seen that though, so honestly, I can't really talk.
I'm not part of that demographic, baby. So yeah, speak, Meg.
Listen. Raise your hand if you kind of like being insulted. All right, just come on.
Especially if it's a 7 foot tall green woman.
All right.
Yeah, hands up.
Meg the Stallion. If she were to say awful things to me, come on.
Dude, I'd let her call. Dude, I'd give her a pass to call me a racial slur. I'd probably get.
Hey, you gave me. Oh,
Her
Huh?
Popeye sauce was pretty good. That's all I have to say.
God, you're gonna have to
Let's
delete that too.
What?
No, I can
What-
talk about
what
it.
I
Don
missed it.
gave me a pass. I haven't used it. You can all.
He is
Confirm.
not.
I haven't
I will.
used it.
I will confirm. I
I'm a
have
good
given
person.
him the pass.
He's given me a pass for a certain word.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say it, but I really appreciate that we're close enough that you would trust me with a pass.
Yeah, Don. I burned through my past today.
Yeah, it's a litmus test.
Why?
Huh?
I read a script about
Excuse me?
Filipino human trafficking. I think I burned through all of my Dawn Filipino cred today.
Oh.
Kind of
well,
interested in the
If
script.
you
I'm not gonna
if
lie,
you need
that's
any more
wild.
refills, give me that article and I'll see
I
if you're
read-
worthy of getting.
Yo,
the
that's
pass.
something
I
I've
read the-
watched.
I
recently. I watched a
redesigned the character
documentary.
of Century to be a human trafficked kid from the Philippines. But anyway,
That's something I watched. Since we're talking about media, I watched a documentary about this type of food in the Philippines where they go and they scavenge meat from landfills and then boil it to get rid of all like the rot and everything.
wow, I take
And
it
then
back.
cook
Sam
it.
makes it worse. My research showed that the Philippines was one of the worst human trafficked areas in the world, and yet still that makes the Philippines sound even more hellish.
Yeah,
than
and
my
then
thing
they
did.
sell it in restaurants there.
Oh my god.
Which, it's awful, but still not quite as bad as the sewer oil that you find in
The rocks. Have you seen
China.
the rocks from China?
Those are bad. No, it's the
the
sewer
stir-fried
oil.
rocks?
The gutter oil.
Yeah, the stir-fried rocks. That's really funny.
Dawn, have you heard about that?
Heard about what?
So, China has a really big street food culture, but the CCP has to do crackdowns once every couple of years because people start getting sick and dying because people are using gutter oil because they have to throw away their oil, so they throw it into the sewer. And so people go in with bags and then they capture it
and they recycle it.
No,
Holy
they don't
shit,
even
guys.
really recycle it. They just
Oh, sorry.
strain it.
Go on. Sorry.
So they just
second myself.
strain the oil and like try to clean it out and then just use it to cook again. But
You
it's
know what that
mixed with,
reminds
like,
me of?
feces and all this other stuff.
That reminds me of that ancient Roman, like a fish oil, where you get a lot of, I want to say cod, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like medium-sized fish. You throw it in a jar with a fuck ton of salt, and then you leave it outside for about 2 months.
It's lutefisk and it's
Other than
Norwegian.
No, there's a Roman kind.
It's
you're
salted.
talking about the rotten fish. So lutefisk is a modern day equivalent of that. They still eat in Norway, and I would know.
Yeah, but no,
So-
but you don't eat it. It's garum, fermented
No,
fish
you,
sauce.
you eat lutefisk.
So
you eat lutefisk.
Yeah, no.
See, the
garum you
Romans
use
had
as, like,
standards. The
seasoning,
Scandinavians
essentially.
were starving. That's kind of the main.
No, I mean, like Sam, they do that today. Like lutefisk is the thing they still eat there. I've seen lutefisk.
It's a
those
developed
European savages. I tell you,
It's gross. I mean, I'm from there, and I think it's gross.
I have a degree. I can talk shit all I want about Europe. It's in their politics.
Yeah, Sam, I have the Europe pass. I get the Scandinavian pass. I am literally.
Hey, whoa.
Scandinavian. I get the
Okay, I
pass.
spent a great, a decent chunk of my life studying European politics.
I will say, when I went to Norway
can talk
again
shit.
as an adult, they have the most beautiful people like on the planet.
yeah.
Like every person
Yeah.
you saw was like a 10, and they were all like perfectly fit and everything. It's crazy.
Look, I'm trying to I've already broken my streak of snow bunnies. I'm trying to maintain momentum.
Don, you would not
Okay.
survive. First off, they wouldn't be interested in you, Don. No offense. Like they're all
Yeah,
like
'cause
tall
I'm
as
brown.
me.
And short.
Yeah, that too. They're probably racist. A lot of European countries are.
Oh yeah.
In different ways. That's what's surprising about Europe. Is that there's like
people
there's
just
passive aggressive
assume that other
racism, there's like
countries are like
active
the United
racism,
States.
there's just a bunch
God
of
no, the
different types.
United States is so fucking progressive.
Yeah, no, seriously. People talk about how racist this country is. Those are people who have never left it. Straight up. Like, I don't know. Like
Granted, it
Japan.
doesn't
People
mean-
talk
like,
about
it-
how awesome Japan is. It's like one of the most racist countries in the world. I think it might be the most racist country besides Africa.
Nah, Korea exists.
Certain South African countries, or not South African, certain African countries, North African countries are probably more racist.
As I saw this picture, I just want to send it to you guys with no context because holy shit.
There's a lot of racism out there. Oh man. So anyway, real fast, going back to this Marvel article, I just read more of it. So y'all want to hear what happened with She-Hulk?
What happened?
This is fascinating. So internal sources suggest that Alonzo was the scapegoat for She-Hulk. and pointing to the She-Hulk VFX issues being a symptom of a deeper rot. Fucking scathing. Namely, a lack of oversight on script development. Apparently, there's none. In the original arc of She-Hulk, a flashback of star Tatiana Maslany's transformation into her Hulk character didn't take place until episode 8, the penultimate episode. But after Marvel's Brain Trust watched the footage, it realized the scene needed to happen in the pilot so that audiences could see more of the character's backstory early on. That meant the VFX team was tasked with fixing the mess in post-production. The so-called bad VFX we see were because of half-baked scripts, says one person involved with She-Hulk. This is not Victoria, that is Kevin. And above Kevin, those issues should be addressed in pre-production, yada, yada, yada. So here's the really crazy bit. All the while, Marvel was bleeding money, with a single episode of She-Hulk costing $25 million each, with a higher budget than the final season of Game of Thrones per episode.
Yeah, that sadly sounds about right.
That's fucking insane.
It's horrible mismanagement.
She-Hulk was a huge flop. And then it was quickly followed by the Quantumania blow, as they call it. Fucking brutal.
I'm trying to think, Grayson, what would you do if you had like that kind of budget for a show?
Creative
What
control?
would you try to accomplish?
Like with the Marvel characters?
Anything.
So I've been working on Thunderbolts. Anything Suicide Squad. I fucking adore that franchise, and I think James Gunn is doing that.
You know what?
Well,
that was my fault. I should have known.
But
yeah.
At Marvel, I think the Thunderbolts, and I'll talk about this. I just made a whole video about this. It's one of my favorite comic franchises. Its premise is the Masters of Evil, who are like the Legion of Evil. It's just the Marvel equivalent. They're led by Zemo, and they're like supervillains. In the comic books, the Avengers get sucked into a portal or some shit. Who remembers? And the Thunderbolts appear, this team of superheroes, and they're saving the day and filling in the gaps, and they get Agent Fury to trust them, and they try to infiltrate the Avengers. And it turns out they're the Masters of Evil in disguise, pretending to be superheroes to infiltrate, and no one else knows, and the audience didn't know. And so the whole run is this team of supervillains pretending to be good, but the more and more they pretend, the more and more they realize they kind of like it. So a schism forms in the team. Those who want to actually maybe try to be heroes, and those who want to continue to be bad guys. And what would the world think of villains turned heroes if they found out? Would they ever accept them? And the comic really runs in some really interesting directions. So Marvel announced they were doing a Thunderbolts movie, and I was excited because I love that franchise. And then they revealed their team. I cannot talk about how fucking horrible this team is. So there's not a single member of the original run on the team.
Really?
Sam, this team, I'm going to read you the members. It's so fucking terrible. The Thunderbolts team includes, keep in mind the original premise, Ghost, a anti-hero from Ant-Man 2, Red Guardian, a superhero from Black Widow, Yelena, Black Widow's sister, a superhero, Bucky Barnes, a superhero, U.S. Agent, a superhero, and then their horrible version of Taskmaster, who becomes a superhero and saves the day at the end of his movie, or that movie. And that's it. So it's 4 superheroes, 2 anti-hero leaning towards superhero, and they all have powers that involve super strength and punching things. So yeah, if I had the power to make a Marvel movie with a huge budget, I would do the Thunderbolts. I would adapt the script I already wrote. It's better than whatever Marvel will come up with, I almost guarantee you. That's not even an arrogance thing. It's just like a fucking fact. I don't know. This
a humble brag.
Yeah, no, it's a fact.
The
Sam.
leaks.
Like, the leaks are bad. They're bad.
No, I was what you were telling me about the humble brag. Maybe we can have Spider-Man do the humble brag.
Oh, yeah, real.
NBD.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. They the people who are currently writing. So I think the original people writing for Marvel were comic book fans, and you could feel that love on the page, or at least they went through and read comics. The people they've got now, I don't think they actually read comic books. And I think it's starting to show. You can feel the love. Like Sam, you could tell the Halo people who made the Halo TV show don't read comic books or hadn't played Halo, right? They even said as much, and it just shows in the.
Well, I mean, they bragged about it, so.
Yeah, I get that same vibe off Marvel right now. I don't know. It makes me sad because this is my favorite franchise, and I know y'all don't like it as much, but I really do. And it's like watching what happened to Halo happen to my thing.
Yeah,
it's so preventable too.
I don't know. I think writing overall is getting worse.
It
Those
really
writers
is.
at the writer strike, they don't deserve it. Show me your worth.
No, I'm glad those writer strikes happened, Sam, because they got rid of the AI thing. AI fucking terrifies me. as a writer.
AI, you know what? I'm at a
We need to
point.
just outright
am
make
just
it
so
illegal.
disgusted with humanity. I think AI should just take over.
Yeah,
Cortana,
but they
do your
write
thing.
horrible fucking shit. But it also writes the kind of horrible shit that people eat up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know. There'll be no more original.
I don't know.
material. Okay,
Don, real question.
What's
Real
up?
talk, Don. Do you think
what's up?
AI could have made the Halo show better?
yes. Straight up, yes. I would have actually looked at. The
Considering
source
what they've done, yes. Because I feel like AI would have probably just slightly deviated from the source material.
material. AI, yeah, like AI would have done Wheel of Time better too. I'm sure of it. It would have been closer to the source material.
Now, do I support AI doing this? God, no.
No,
But I
same,
think it would have done a
but-
better job.
Yeah, I think that should be more of an indictment of the writers of the Halo show than a supporting of AI.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
The writers of the Halo show, I am.
dude.
wanna
No
give
matter
them the
how
most
bad Marvel
stern
gets,
Asian
I don't think
disappro-
it'll ever.
Asian parent disapproving look.
I don't think it'll ever be as bad as Halo, no matter how bad they get. I haven't seen the Marvels yet. I've got tickets to that tomorrow.
Well, let me know if
We're
it's
gonna
as
get
bad as
Tony
Halo.
Stark.
Oh,
Tony
so that was
Stark's
the other
coming
thing
back,
in this
baby.
article. They were talking about bringing back all of the original Avengers and characters from the X-Men and bringing back everyone.
Because they're
and
running out of ideas.
I think they need new blood. I think they need to hire younger, actual fans to write characters. They have so many iconic characters. They're
No,
not
that's
adapting
what I think is ruining Marvel. Having these quote unquote actual fans who don't really care
No.
about the source material as they do the characters that they grew up with. Right?
I think I disagree.
'Cause
Sam.
they
I think
grew up-
They've hired activists.
Well, yeah, but they're fans of the material is the thing, and they think that the characters should be the way they think they are, as opposed to the original. And so,
Yeah, but they're not fans.
well,
That's-
yeah,
I
they love
disagree.
the material. They're fans.
I
Yeah,
disagree.
I mean, they're
I
a
don't
fan,
think-
just
They're
because
fans.
Like,
They're just
if
fans
they
of what they've
bastardize
created
the
in their own
material
head.
that you love. That
No, I don't
'Cause
think
it's like,
they're. I think
do you ever-
I disagree
like-
fundamentally with you. I don't think they are fans of the good source material. I don't think they're fans of the comics.
Actually,
them.
Christian, no true Scott fallacy. Sorry.
I mean, you can say I'm wrong. I just.
No,
it's the vibe
I
get.
think we have different opinions on what a fan is, but I think they do
Oh, interesting.
genuinely love like
What's
the
your
characters.
opinion of what a fan is? I'm curious.
Well,
Just
I
for
think
the
someone who
sake of-
just loves the character, right? But the problem is there's this kind of disconnect between what people. How do I put this?
How
into
can they
better
love
words?
the character if what they adapt, like put on screen, is nothing like the
Well,
character?
I
in the comics?
mean,
well, that's because a lot of people misinterpret the character that they love. Like you
I
see
mean,
it
if
in-
someone
all
loves
the
a
time
game
with
and they
discourse like
mod
that.
it, is that a bad? Like, do they hate the game?
I think the people they are hiring
Like-
don't read comic books. I think straight up they don't.
Well, Grayson, let's say I take Stardew Valley and I download what's it called, the expanded version, right? That's a mod.
Okay.
Do I hate
Yes.
Stardew Valley?
No, but okay. Let's say you were tasked with adapting a Stardew Valley movie, and you've never played it before, and you look at the characters and go,
No.
"Oh,
That's
Haley."
what I'm saying. I think these people have. I think they grew up with these characters and they know the characters that they just
I
want.
disagree. I disagree
more.
completely. I don't think that's what it is at all.
I think
Well,
they're
I
just
mean, we're
changing
probably just gonna
characters.
end up
Jennifer
getting-
Waters,
going in a
Jennifer
circular
Waters,
argument
She-Hulk.
here.
Apparently, what she's done, what they did with her in that show, is very antithetical to what she's like in the comics, from what I've heard. And I could tell you, Moon Knight. I actually like the Moon Knight show, but Moon Knight in that show is not like his comic book counterpart at all. They are very different. He's very toned down from the comic books.
All right, Don, you're a tiebreaker.
Oh, hold on, one more.
I mean,
Sorry,
I'm gonna take the centrist take here,
God damn it.
partly because I
mean, the
haven't watched
Thunderbolts don't
every
have
single
a
Marvel
single-
show.
Oh, I haven't watched all of them either. The only ones I've watched were
Yeah, so
Moon
so
Knight,
like in my opinion, like some of the people they hire clearly do like read this or like try to adapt the source material and try to bring it into film. I don't think every single one of them has read the comics though. I mean, it's like the same thing for DC. You've got like
I think they may
actually
have
for
read
DC,
them.
most of them
At least
I
grew
think
up
for
with
DC,
the movies,
like,
right? Because I mean,
most
we
of
all
them
grew up with the
haven't,
movies.
Like, followed the source
2008,
material, right?
The Iron Man.
Zack Snyder read. Okay, this is fucking hilarious. Zack Snyder read 3 Batman comic books in preparation for writing Batman versus Superman. The
Oh, I
comic
remember
books he
this.
read were The Dark Knight Rises, or The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, the comic book where Batman is 80 and kills people. And it's a great comic book, but it's only written within the context of the larger Batman mythos. He's like an old, broken Batman who's, seen too much and his Robin's been killed. And then he read The Long Halloween, which is like baby's first Batman comic, but is also very edgy. And so he just assumed Batman was like The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, but like I see Sam's point to where someone can be a fan and still bastardize the source material.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not.
I think it's more so
do I think that
incompetence
happens for
as
every single
opposed to,
Marvel show?
like,
No, I think some
hatred.
Marvel products are just like essentially. I can't say fan fiction because fan fiction generally doesn't get like paid, but you get the idea.
Hey man, it worked out well for 50 Shades of Grey.
Headcanoning, and then you get enough money to headcanon shit into a full feature-length film.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's just the nature. That's just the nature of any kind of like series analysis. Is you'll have a bunch of fans of any given product, and you'll get some of the wildest takes from each single person.
I just can't wait for the Fantastic Four movie where Reed Richards and the Invisible Woman isn't on the team, and they get fucking Moon Knight and what's the other one? Just like some other random fucking Hawkeye, and they're the new Fantastic Four.
Dude, I don't know if I can still keep up with Marvel.
No,
I'm gonna
so
only watch
keep shit
stuff
now.
that really. I watch it because my channel's comic book shit related, right? So I keep up
Yeah.
to review stuff, but I don't enjoy it. The only thing Marvel's made recently that I've enjoyed. Have y'all seen Werewolf by Night?
No.
Never
Okay,
even
so
heard
Werewolf by Night was a short. Yeah, it was not very advertised. It's a short, standalone movie. Marvel made under something called Special Presentation. It's a new thing they're trying where they just do a standalone movie. It is a black and white R-rated horror movie that was released on Disney Plus for Halloween last year, and it's actually fucking amazing. It introduces the comic character Werewolf by Night, and Man-Thing, and Alyssa Bloodstone. Some really cool characters, and it's great. Like, it's clearly made from a place of love. It has tons of homages to the comic books. It's fucking fantastic. It's a black and white homage to like Nosferatu and like old cheesy horror movies, and it's super creative and inventive and takes a really weird angle. Everything is practical and made to look like it was done in the 40s or 50s. It's really cool. No one heard about it because I didn't advertise it at all, but it's great. I actually recommend it. It's only 30 minutes
That's
long.
nice.
I recommend just watching it.
I mean, I would probably follow more Marvel stuff if they weren't so interconnected now, because to me it feels like if I
I would
don't
say
watch
that's
one
actually-
movie,
I have the
or
opposite
if I don't
problem.
watch a couple of movies, I just lose a lot of context for what happens.
I
in
mean,
subsequent films.
I agree
I have
with
the
that.
opposite problem. I don't think they're interconnected enough anymore. And you might disagree with me, but what has anything tied into anything recently?
You know,
I've seen it
Grayson,
all.
that's a really good point.
I mean, I haven't seen anything in the last year, so I can't comment on that.
Literally
That's a really good
nothing
point.
has
It feels like
tied
as
into
far-
anything since Endgame. Literally nothing.
So there'll be
But-
like, at best, a reference here and there, right?
Maybe.
But that's why I said, like, I don't know. I get that, but at the same time, like, you kind of do have to.
I can think of so the only thing I can think
It's
of
like
that has
the
any
like the build up
connections-
because like all of the movies,
Multiverse of Madness.
all of the movies will build up into another Avengers film, and I'm gonna have practically no context for that Avengers film unless I watch most.
So
if not
there
all of
is
the films
build
that
up.
precede
Is the
it.
thing. It doesn't
The
really.
only thing-
Or like,
Oh, sorry,
there's
sorry, go ahead.
references. It's just it does. None of the references really matter like they did before.
The only show I have seen, the only thing I have seen that I can tell matters is Loki, which is great, by the way. Like, the new season of Loki is actually fucking amazing. And it's being written by competent writers and has character development and pushing the narrative forward. It's the only thing in the entire MCU currently pushing the story forward instead of spinning wheels. The only other thing that is connected to, I suspect, if I was to guess what they're planning to do, they're setting up Midnight Suns, which is like, I don't know if you guys know what Justice League Dark is.
No,
Like
sir.
Constantine, Zatanna,
No.
like the magic. It's basically a version of the Justice League. I'm writing it for my channel, so I know about it. A version of the Justice League that is entirely magic-based people. They tend to be kind of anti-heroes, sort of bad people, and they fight demons and shit. Really cool. Midnight Suns is the Marvel equivalent of that because they always rip each other off. It's like Moon Knight, maybe an X-Men or two, Werewolf by Night, Alyssa Bloodstone, and Doctor Strange. It's the Midnight Suns. Really cool team because it's all the magic shit that's the coolest part of the Marvel stuff. Let's be real. And I think they're building that up, and I'm actually kind of excited for that because everything they've done on that front has been good. I think they're doing Young Avengers, which is going to be horrible. I'll be honest. And then they're doing Secret Wars, the like Kang the Conqueror shit. And Kang the Conqueror has only been set up in the horrible Ant-Man movie and Loki. So I think to understand the next Avengers...
Oh, he's in Loki now?
He's the main villain in Loki. Always was from the beginning. So...
See, here's the thing, man.
Season 1.
I haven't watched Loki.
Season 1 and 2. He's a main character in Season 2. He's just around. He's actually really good, too. Which is kind of... there's a whole bunch of...
Wait, Jonathan Isaacson?
Yeah, he's in it. I think he's good. I don't actually... There's a lot of drama with him. Apparently, the person who accused him fled the country. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. I don't even want to touch on that.
I haven't kept up with that shit since it first got announced.
I'm kind of wondering if he might actually... If it might have been a non-thing. But we'll see. We'll see. It might be a Johnny Depp situation. I'm not sure. I'm keeping an eye on it. But anyway, so yeah, I think all you need to watch to understand the next Avengers movie is going to be Deadpool 3 and Loki, because apparently those two are tying into each other directly. And then, maybe Ant-Man, but not even really that. Loki covers it. That's really it. But that's a problem. Like, to understand Thanos, you would have had to have watched a lot of the Marvel stuff, right? Like at least Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers 1, 2, 3, obviously 3. That's the Thanos movie. Maybe a couple of the Thor movies. Probably not. Thor 3, but whatever. There's a list of movies you have to watch because they're interconnected, right? The story moves forward. But right now they're not moving the story forward. They're just spinning their wheels, and nothing connects to anything, and nothing seems to be going anywhere. No one understands where anything is going, and it all feels kind of pointless. And that's a really bad feeling to have for a cinematic universe, I think. All right, let's stop talking about Marvel, though. We've talked about Marvel for like 30 fucking minutes.
A long time.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's been the brunt of the... I mean, it's been a while since we've talked about media that extensively.
Should we go to the
I'm actually knowledgeable about this. That was my fault.
The
it makes for good content.
Yeah,
probably.
When you're knowledgeable about something, people tend to listen. So, and I listen to you all the time, Grayson.
Thank you. I rant all the time about this.
He's long.
See, that's the thing about podcasts. If I can mention this a little bit. I know our podcast isn't huge or anything, but I always find myself like struggling to talk because I don't know what to say. I'm a better listener than I am a speaker.
I disagree, Sam. I think you have some of the best moments of the podcast. I think I talk
yeah,
too
because
much,
I'm
and I feel
iconic,
bad.
but that's less so.
Well, I mean, you're like the host, and you're also the guy that owns the channel.
Yeah, barely.
And you're like arguably the biggest character out of all of us. And I don't mean that.
I would say
get it because he's tall.
Like I make the most stuff. I see. I thought I was gonna say, Don, you're
Yeah.
absolutely the best personality on the show. Like that's not even a contest. Sorry, Sam. It's got to be Don.
Why are you
Dawn
apologizing when you're right? Holy shit!
I don't like to be
What
mean.
even is my character? I just like interject randomly.
You're
Yeah, but
insane. You're fucking insane, Don.
I was gonna say
That's
horny,
unfair to
but
say.
you know what? Although none of you commented on the picture that I sent in, and I'm offended.
No, I'm just used to it. Like Don sends worse shit than that in daily. It's the South Park inflated balls thing.
What'd you send in?
It's in
Bojack
Bad
Horseman with huge
Podcasters Only.
Oh,
I started randomly laughing during this podcast just because I saw this image.
oh my god. I mean, like, I want to say it's a bit jarring, but seeing what Timberwolves Brazil has posted
Dude, oh my
last
god.
week,
Oh my god.
I'm so desensitized.
Okay, Grayson.
Wait, can we please talk about
Yeah,
this for a
let's
brief second?
Grayson, we're not
you're
gonna
gonna
talk
be
about
so
this.
entertained by this.
Fill me in.
We're just going to talk
Okay,
about
so-
this account.
Yeah. So, Brazilians have started to make fan accounts for teams of the NBA, but for some reason, in particular, the Brazilian unofficial Brazilian account for the Minnesota Timberwolves NBA team, for some reason they post a lot of like furry vor.
Oh no!
Dude, I saw a tweet where it's like, I live in fear the day that
That's
the
in the thumbnail.
Timberwolves win
That's
the
in the thumbnail.
championship.
A furry with a Timberlake shirt. That's in the thumbnail. All right.
Oh wait, no. Okay, okay. So I don't know how. I'll just send you what. I'll send you what he sent because I'll let
so
you
what's
decide.
the lore behind this? Is there someone just involved with them?
Yeah,
like
no,
a
it's just
furry?
an
No,
average
he's completely
Brazilian
uninvolved.
NBA fan, and it's hilarious. Dude, the actual Timberwolves like commented on it, which is hilarious. Like
Yeah,
the official,
they
account.
reacted to.
the official account reacted to it and recognized it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, but it isn't the official account tweeting this shit. I thought
No,
this
it's
was
not
like
the official
a
account
No.
tweeting it. It's a fan account.
someone-
But it got a reaction from the official account, which is. I gotta say, it's a little
An
bit
NBA
better than
play-
getting Torgo's attention.
NBA players started referencing the account.
Wait, what?
So
Who?
like, yeah, dude, Larry Nance posted a meme of Oh god, let me just post it. Look, I can't
Just send it in,
explain it
just
with
send it in.
words because it's so insane to me.
Yeah. No, but it's like,
Here, look at.
man, Brazilian fans go crazy.
Dude,
Why can't
Brazil
they
is
watch
nuts.
the
I love
NFL?
Brazil.
Brazilian internet
Honestly,
is so fucking funny.
Brazil has a
Okay.
huge YouTube like presence, and we probably have a couple subs from Brazil. I think I have 2 at least. So
Chris,
if
are
you
you
want to look
watching
at
it?
one example, I don't know if you can show that in the pod, but
I can probably.
go ahead and look
We'll
at
see what I can get
go
away
ahead and look at the channel
Oh, can I click it?
because it's
Just
not
watch the video.
explicitly NSFW, but it's
No,
pretty bad.
That's I can get away with that probably. That's not NSFW. I can get away with showing what this is.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love
Like,
Bjorn.
it's-
More fascinates me.
It's
It's such a
okay, at least,
Okay, what
He
is the
starts
appeal of
humping the
Bjorn?
fucking wall.
Oh, the way
I
he
don't
rubs
know.
his belly? Is he gonna poop?
It looks so weird.
you can see him just
What is
like
the- what-
squirming
the way
through
he
it.
fucking
God, it's
rolls
making me
around
so
on the
uncomfortable.
ground.
I like the word writhing. He's writhing on the floor. That's insane. Oh,
Oh,
can't look away.
God.
Yeah, I'm still trying
Okay.
to find the one that NBA player reposted. God, he's tweeted so much lately because he blew up. It's for the Timberwolves of all teams.
Yeah, why? Like
They're not exactly.
I
they're
think I
not
would
nobodies, but they're not exactly like.
Well, I mean, how do you do a furry of like the Warriors,
TikTok.
right?
Oh
of
my
like an
God,
actual
man, I love
good team.
TikTok. I'm
The
coming around.
76ers?
This.
That's going in the thumbnail. That's in the thumbnail. That's incredible.
Oh man! All right. We need to move on.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
got something.
God.
I got something. So scroll up in chat. There's a video of a stand-up comedian that says "bong hit transplant."
Okay.
I want y'all to click this. We're gonna do a live reaction. So just pause
Alright.
it and then we'll start at the same time, and I'll let the audience watch the same thing. I just saw this video and I just want to see y'all's reaction to it. I think this might be the worst stand-up routine of all time. It's a-
Dude,
this is a-
my favorite stand-up routine of all time is this guy going on stage and intentionally bombing. He brings like a pair of drums on stage and starts doing his skit. Fails off the stage to the point where they're booing him. He comes
That's
back
this.
on stage later and starts like pretend crying, and does it almost to this rhythm where he's like, and it moves into bongo performance with the drums he put
So-
on stage originally, which is fucking hilarious. It was all
So-
one giant bit.
This guy is not being. This guy is very serious. In fact, he calls himself the best comedian of all time, and he shit talks a lot of other comedians. He's like a Tommy Wiseau character. He doesn't realize that he's terrible, so people kind of enjoy him ironically. But anyway, are you guys got it ready? 3,
2,
1,
One.
go.
One.
Oh, she's playing the saw. Okay,
This is such a good routine.
I respect the saw.
Sam,
Oh,
Yeah.
is it out of pocket to say wood?
oh my God. Oh, it's so
Would.
good. I just
Yeah.
can't.
You know what? I'll give it to you, Don.
All right, these jokes are very deep. You have to listen carefully.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It takes so long for the laughter.
Oh,
to
wait.
start ramping.
That's not even the worst joke.
Election year. Okay. All right.
This is old, by the way.
Someone goes, yes, actually.
Oh, fuck. Like the host in the background starts making fun of him if you watch.
Oh, God.
Was that a joke?
That's so stupid.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the punchline. Watch the host.
Oh.
It's not even the worst joke yet. Oh, fuck, he's so bad.
Oh, God.
It's not even a pun!
He looks like he wants to kill himself.
Oh, fuck. Why are they laughing?
Because they're actually high.
Oh, it's fucking hard.
The host, man. The host just looks so embarrassed.
So every single thing he does is like this. He's been doing it for years and he's entirely unself-aware. He thinks he's one of the most brilliant comedians of our time, and he shit talks like a whole bunch of other comedians. Like, you can watch tons of his stand-up; it's all like that. But I saw that clip.
I think
and
I preferred the
I
vor.
was in
I'm going to be
I
honest.
was in
I
stitches the whole time.
This is why men need to be bullied.
No, real. Like, we need
Because
to be
we
bullying
can't
this
have
guy.
people thinking that they're funny.
No, that's like
You know,
that's
what
like
what
opposite
baffles
funny.
me is that was 2008, and the camera quality screamed like mid-90s.
No, I think
yeah, exactly.
I think the
I was
jokes
like,
are like that was like the golden era of comedy, arguably, and like holy shit, that's not it.
Yeah, no, that was rough.
That was yeah.
Reminds
I
me
think
of a
that might be the
story.
worst stand-up.
I probably shouldn't tell that story.
Yeah,
Never
probably
mind.
not.
You know what? I got some fun stories, but
Okay,
I
we're
just
running out
cannot
of time.
tell
So audience question. Let's swap over to the audience question. Sam, this is the hardest question we've ever had to answer.
them. Yeah, no, it fucking sucks.
So Galaxy Quartz asks us favorite '80s movies or favorite '80s action movie.
And I have to say Top Gun for the overt homoeroticism and the sticking it to the Soviet Union, because my God, is it... Okay, so the real answer is I love fighter jets. My grandfather flew fighter jets in the Korean War. My cousin flew fighter jets.
Here, Sam, let me get drunk and corner you about fighter jets for the next hour.
You know what, dude? That was like the best time of my life, because I was the one
I
who was
know.
drunk.
You're the only one who could have survived.
I was having a
guarantee
great
he was
time.
drunk too. I guarantee he was drunk too. It's not a doubt.
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
no,
mind.
he was. Yeah, but we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
both like, we would say, hold up, and I would walk and go get more beer and talk, and then he'd say, hold up, and he'd go get more beer and talk.
That's a
it was
reference
a great
to a
time.
past Masocast story for those who are One
Yeah.
fans.
But no, but I love fighter jets. It runs in my family. Fighter jets, being pilots, runs in my family. But I love. It's just a great movie. You know what? I'm not gonna.
Well, I
defend
don't
it.
deny it's a good movie. My favorite '80s action movie, though, and it's a hard choice. It's Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is, I think, the best action movie of all time. Cutting edge special effects, a great story, amazing set pieces. The only Arnold Schwarzenegger performance I can excuse because he's supposed to be a robotic AI.
Hey, what about Kindergarten Cop?
Pretty good.
okay, you gotta admit, Kindergarten Cop is pretty good.
Kindergarten Cop is pretty good.
Like,
Kindergarten Cop
it's
2.
just, it's corny funny.
Did y'all know that they made a Kindergarten Cop 2
No, I didn't.
like
No.
6 years ago that has nothing to do with the original one and was just banking on the popularity of Kindergarten Cop 1, which I would say is close to non-existence at this point.
I figured.
It's not as bad as American Psycho 2, which I bet none of you have heard of.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
I
American
haven't
Psycho
even
2,
seen the first American Psycho.
Same thing. It's just an unrelated movie they decided to market as American Psycho 2. So the opening scene, the random quirky teenage girl serial killer murders Patrick Bateman in the first 10 minutes off screen. They couldn't get Christian Bale, so she murders him off screen, and then they never bring him up again. And the rest of the movie is just a lame teen serial killer movie. But whatever, that's off topic. Dawn, favorite 80s movie, action movie. Justify it too.
I mean, Terminator 2 was one of the first ones I thought of, but I'm like, I enjoyed it, but I can't say I enjoyed it as much as Big Trouble in Little China. Which is like
Ooh, that's
also
a good
another
one.
really basic answer.
That's a
But
good
I
one,
fucking
too.
love it. Like it got me
That's-
on the trend of like watching old martial arts films, and that's like one of Jackie Chan's biggest classics, man.
Who directed
The Rush
that?
Hour
That's,
trilogy is still
Rush
my
Hour.
favorite Jackie Chan works, but Big Trouble in Little China is just
Yeah.
like it's hard to go
Someone-
wrong with it. I can still rewatch that shit.
Yeah, I
John
was gonna
Carpenter
say
directed
Die
that.
Hard for all the people out there whose Die Hard's their favorite '80s action movie, but that's a Christmas movie, so
So
we can't qualify that here.
Dawn, for context, the man who directed Halloween, The Thing, and The Fog directed that movie. And it was, I think that might have been one of his last movies for a long time after The Thing. Let me see, when did that
Wait,
come
am
out?
I racist?
What, John Carpenter? It has a lot of Asian actors.
Yeah,
That's what
I just realized Big Trouble in Little China. No, I was thinking of Rumble in the Bronx. Big Trouble in Little China is from the 80s though, right?
Yeah,
it's got Kurt Russell.
It's a great
and
Yeah,
movie,
that has
too.
James Hong in it, not fucking Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
has James Hong. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a John
Yeah.
Carpenter movie, so all his movies are good.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's pretty good.
The Thing is
Also
still his
would
best
recommend
movie,
Rumble
though.
in the Bronx, but that's a 90s movie, not an 80s movie.
Okay, so me and Sam are gonna then briefly just talk about movies we like, because we were talking about.
yeah.
We still
Well,
got some
like we
time.
can talk about our favorite genre movie, and
Horror.
then just kind of like mention yours is horror.
Probably.
I would have thought yours was
Yeah.
like adventure.
I like fantasy movies. but there's not
Action,
enough good
baby.
ones.
Give me
Action.
shit
I
that
like-
can turn my brain off and let me just enjoy the shit.
I like action movies too. That's probably a second favorite. I like adventure movies too, Sam. But again, it's a very small genre. There's not a lot of people making movies in it, so I can't say it's my favorite.
Mhm.
But yeah, horror. A lot of my favorite movies are horror films. Like The Thing is probably my favorite movie of all time. It's a horror film. Obviously, Heredity. Talk to Me recently. Relic. The Witch. The Witch. Sorry. I've always really liked good horror. Good horror, it just gets me going. Like my favorite TV show, maybe my favorite media thing of all time is Midnight Mass, horror. Stuff like that. I've always just really liked that genre. A lot of my favorite movies are
I
from
think
it.
this is the only time I've ever heard Grayson just wax poetic about horse.
Real. And the only time you're ever gonna hear it.
Hmm.
I hate that the word horror and horror sound so similar.
Well, I mean, both
It's such
provide
an
great
annoying thing.
services, so
Yeah, both are kind of terrifying when you really get into it.
And a lot of them are like very rarely in them you'll find one that's like of quality. Most of the time they're really stinky and gross.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's
but
the-
It's
the
actually
rare
a lot
ones.
of comparisons.
it's part of the
between
appeal.
two. Yeah.
You know what?
well,
It deserves
you know,
the
like,
run.
sometimes
Yeah.
you need. Sometimes you just need
Actually-
to roll around in the mud and trash, because like you
Watch a
know, you
slasher
just want to
film.
feel like
Yeah.
you want to be one with the filth sometimes, you know.
Wise words, Don.
Wise words indeed.
Gotta take your penicillin shot once every now. All right, I'm not gonna continue with that. Don, what's your favorite genre?
I said action.
Action.
What's your
I
favorite
mean,
action
like-
movie?
Western.
Oh,
It's
Just like
Western.
let me look at my letterbox actually. Wait, no,
Ooh,
I
you
don't have to
that.
answer that. Fucking Kung Fu Hustle. Like, come on.
I was gonna say John Wick 4.
Oh.
John Wick 4.
John Wick 4 bangs, but no.
Yeah, it does. I've never seen.
Still
Kung
haven't
I'm
Fu
pretty
seen
sure we've. I'm pretty sure I've talked about what's it called. Talk about how
Kung
much
Fu
I love
Hustle?
Kung Fu Hustle. It's the only
Is
movie
that a
I
wire?
rewatch
Is that a
every
wire fu
year.
movie? Is that a wire fu? If you know
What's a
what I
wire
mean.
fu?
You've never heard wire fu?
No,
It's
I
like
don't know what
a
you mean.
Like a
I don't know.
Chinese, Korean action movie where they use wires to do kung fu, like they fly around and kick.
Oh, and
Yes.
they do that
Yeah,
zip line,
it
but it
definitely
looks
was.
like
Okay,
they're
it's
kicking.
a wire fu movie then. That's a genre name. So, all right.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's very comedic, but the action is sublime.
Okay. Have you seen The Raid Redemption?
Yes, I have.
That would be
Brilliant.
my second
Excellent.
closest action movie, probably.
If I did, honestly, The Raid would probably be my favorite action film if I didn't have, like, terribly extreme nostalgia for, what's it called? Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay. I've never seen it, but my parents were probably weird about foreign films. My dad watches them. My
I'm
mom
pulling
won't.
up my letterbox right now because I was trying to think of like what action films I'd
It's all
seen.
anime, isn't it?
And no, look at Bad Podcasters. This is insane. This is.
I'm- Shut up, Demon, for your blast.
Ratatouille, Kung Fu Hustle. Fateful Findings, yes! You'll have to see it.
It's so
Oh my god,
demented.
this is such a breakdown of you as a person.
It's actually beautiful. All it's missing is Love on a Leash. Love on a Leash is, I think...
That's not
the
Dom,
Fateful
that's you,
Findings was
Grayson.
Love on a Leash. That would be my list. I don't know what that anime movie is. I've never seen that.
Don't worry about it. The Freerun, yeah, good.
It's
God, I love Freerun.
it's a
Oh,
spin-off
Dom, that's
of,
something I need to call you out for.
Sound
You
You
bought
Funny?
a $350
But it's-
action, or
Wait,
what
what?
they call figurine.
What'd you say?
What?
You bought like a $350 figurine the other day.
Oh, yeah. We got to make fun of
Oh.
Dawn for that. Yeah, what the fuck,
Dude,
Dawn?
what do you mean make fun of me for? It's a really
Yes.
good, I love the
It
man.
is
Dawn,
really high
you-
quality
you
though. I will
Bought
say.
an anime girl figurine, Dawn. I'm going to make fun
Actually,
of you.
actually,
No, it's not an anime girl
it's two.
figurine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it has two of them on it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
two.
see.
It's
Sorry.
two bad bitches.
Sorry.
Whoa,
And I
don't
love
talk,
the
do not
manga.
talk about Fern that way, dog. Don't
Okay,
do it.
let's look at my... Okay, I've got my IMDb pulled up. This is hilarious. I haven't looked at this
Look,
in a long
okay.
time.
All right, just like for context for the figure, fucking Freerun Beyond Journey's End is currently airing the anime. I've been following the manga. I'm pretty sure I recommended the manga as like one of the first things I've ever recommended on the
It's
podcast.
really fucking good.
Anime is currently airing right now,
Yeah,
and the
you did.
anime is fucking brilliant. It's gorgeous. It's
And it
everything I
doesn't do
wanted
that
from the
anime shit.
adaptation.
That's
and more.
weird. It's
Okay, this is
really,
bizarre.
really good.
I don't know what I've been reviewing on here. So I scrolled all the way down to like the first things I reviewed. This would have been like early college. So I gave Love on a Leash a 10. That was the first day I made my account, was when we edited the Love on a Leash page. Captain America Winter Soldier, I gave it 10. That adds up. That's a good movie. Gerald's Game, a 9. That's a great movie, by the way. If anyone's never seen Gerald's Game, another horror movie, it is unironically one of the creepiest, most fucked up premises for a movie I've ever seen. Short of it is a woman and her husband decide to have a romantic getaway, and they get kinky, and he handcuffs her to the bed, and then has a heart attack and dies. And they're in the middle of a cabin in the woods, and she can't get help, and she can't get handcuffed from the bed. So she starts to like starve to death and stuff. It's a fucked up movie, really good. Very, very good movie. The Disaster Artist, Twilight, 50 Shades Freed, Lord of the Rings, Shawshank Redemption, Umbrella Academy, Federal Agent 8. Wait, Fate Federal Agent 8. What is this? What the actual fuck is this? I don't think I've ever seen this. Holy shit, what is this? Guys, hold on. Did we watch this?
I don't know. Probably
Look
not.
at this. No, I mean, look at what it looks like. And then, did we watch this? Why did I review this?
I can't see it.
I just sent it in the chat.
It's loading.
No?
Don't recognize it.
No. Oh, did you put this on as like you need to watch it and just never did?
I don't know. I've never seen this before in my life.
It looks awful.
It looks right up
fucking
your alley.
terrible. Yeah. That's why I was
Wait,
wondering.
That is
came
from
out
2017.
2000 yeah, so this is
That's
like
the
right
year-
about 2018, Grayson.
Yeah. I think I'd remember this though. Oh, whatever. All right. All right. Y'all ready to do recommendations then? Anything else?
Yeah.
We want to do?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
It's kind of
I'm
a
good
mess
about
of episode.
Yeah,
They're
we've been
always
going
a
on
mess.
for an hour, 8 minutes, 58, 59, and
I'm
we are
at
at an hour and 9
9,
minutes.
41, 42,
I'm at a
43.
9:58. Wow, I'm better than
Well,
Dawn.
I started late because
Oh my
I started
god.
streaming
Okay,
by
to be fair,
accident
I
and-
stopped the recording at the start because you guys told me I came in too early. And I'm like,
Oh,
you
we
know
were
what?
just
that was a
screwing with
gag.
you.
We were gagging
Yeah, that was a
you.
gag. We were gagging
Well,
on
you know what?
I thought you were in on it.
You know what? lost me screaming at y'all. So
Well,
you don't have that audio
I
anymore.
still have it.
We still have it.
You don't have it anymore. You don't have it anymore.
I'm gonna include it. It's
Look at
going
me,
in.
I'm dying.
Okay, so recommendations. Dawn, recommendations.
I'm
for the
Grayson. I'm
week.
submissive and breedable. I could take multiple every day and never get tired because
I'm gonna censor almost all of that, so it'll be even more unhinged. All right.
All right, so 1:10:26.
Yeah, please do. That's only like 2 edits this whole episode. That's crazy, y'all. Good shit.
yeah, that's really good.
nuts.
And
I
only
know,
one of them
that's-
is because of something I said being fucked up.
Yeah, real. That's wild. All right.
Well, you also doxed me.
Yeah, both of them are from
Yeah,
Dawn.
I said-
Dawn is
yeah,
always the
but-
one who fucks up the podcast.
Okay, to be fair, the docs one was completely accidental, and I was not trying to you know, like do the gag where I just mute things for the hell of it.
Likely story, Dawn.
Yeah,
I'll
likely
believe
story,
it
you
when
said
I
it to
see it.
It's a nice argument, but I drew you as a soy jack.
Nice argument, but I draw a picture of us making out. So
Okay, so Dawn, what's your recommendation?
since we brought it up, and by we I mean me posting my fucking favorite movies from Letterboxd, I'll go ahead and recommend Liz and the Bluebird. It's about a pair of best friends heading into their third year of high school in Japan. They're both very talented musicians, but one of them suffers from savant syndrome. But the only person that she's the only person that she's been able to like make friends with is her best friend. But her best friend is very jealous of like how talented she is musically. So it's kind of just like it's like a it's a coming of age story between the two of them. One of them like learning to reconcile that she's just naturally talented than the other, no matter how hard she works at it, and like she can't like be angry at her friend for it. And the other one is like learning how to move on in life without being so attached to her best friend, because she's holding herself back musically just to stay with a friend, essentially.
So like when Sam
It's beautiful.
read the Garage Ninja script and realized that I was gonna pass him one day.
At the very look, the movie is a spin-off of an anime series, but honestly, you could listen to the soundtrack to it, and it's fucking brilliant. It's
That was
gorgeous.
like is it Your Lie in April, the other music anime that I really like? Is that
Yes.
it?
yeah,
Yeah, I like that show. I've never seen this. I'll check it out though.
yeah. Wonder if the composers are the same. Let me see.
Could be.
It's very heavy on the woodwinds.
I think the other one was string
Ew.
instruments a lot.
I
Sam,
dated a woodwind player, so that's ew.
What's your recommendation?
Not clarinet, it's an oboe.
Okay, she is a clarinet player, so we're good.
Hey,
We're Gucci.
Dawn, is mayonnaise
Yeah,
an
we're good.
instrument?
Yeah, anything's an
Technically.
instrument. Even horseradish.
Well, when we write
Um,
our song, we talked about we'll have to use mayonnaise.
All right.
Yeah, I'll make that thing clap.
My recommendation is a podcast that's much better than ours.
Real low bar.
It's called Dungeons and Daddies. It's on Spotify. But basically, it's these guys, you know, the premises are dropping their kids off at a soccer tournament. And then suddenly they arrive in the D&D world, Faerun. And their kids are missing. So you have to hijinks ensue as they try to get them back. But it's really funny. It's just dumb and, you know, I love it.
Honestly,
Things
that
have been
sounds-
stressful lately, so listen to something like that to make things. I don't know. It's just I like it.
That sounds like you're pitching the
Yep.
next popular isekai anime.
Hayden and Sean listen to that.
Do
I've
that.
heard clips of it. It's pretty
It's
good.
really
Yeah.
funny, dude.
It's pretty
I'll have to
fucking
check
funny.
it out. I actually need a new podcast. I don't know. I
I have too many
listen.
already, just because they're all sports podcasts. But
don't like sports ball, so I don't.
yeah, so you have an excuse.
Yeah, real. Okay, so my recommendation is Dawn. This is going to be controversial. I already told Sam this. I think Baldur's Gate 3 was just beat out for me for Game of the Year.
I mean, I know what game you're about to talk about, and I've heard really, really, really fucking good things
It's
about it. so I
Alan
can't
Wake
blame you.
2. Alan Wake is one of my favorite games of all time. I really like that game. It's been an influence on a lot of my writing. Not the stuff that I put on YouTube, the stuff I write, like novels. So Alan Wake 2, I was hyped for it before it was even out, and I didn't realize it was out until like a week after it came out, and I beat it in 3 days because I was so hooked. It is like the most avant-garde, bizarre, fascinating game I've ever played. It's got actually, for you music fans, it's actually very musical. I talked to Sam about it, but music is like a huge thing all through the game. Like art in general, it explores the idea of what makes the artist in like a meta way. It's also one of the best horror stories I've ever seen. I think it is one of the best video games of all time. Like maybe in the top 20. It is probably my game of the year. Shockingly, I cannot believe it upset Baldur's Gate.
It's been a really, really good year for video games.
For gaming. Like Spider-Man 2 came out since the last podcast.
It's also been
I'm
an
the
awful
comic book guy,
year for
but
gaming too.
Alan Wake 2 gets my recommendation over Spider-Man 2. If you had to play one, I would say Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is a fucking phenomenal game. Honestly, Don, I recommend it. You'd really like it. I bet.
I just want
You
to
don't even
talk
have to play
real
the
quick
original
about like how weird this year has been for video games, because there's some great games that have come out. And then you also have
There's also been
King Kong and
Oh
Gollum
shit!
and,
Yeah, let's talk about that.
and
for a second.
also like massive layoffs for major
Yeah.
companies,
It's been such a
despite
strange
it
year.
being profit years.
So one
New
weird
Call of
thing about
Duty
Alan Wake
sucks.
is that they use live action actors for a lot of the cutscenes, but then they overlay live action with the 3D game. I've never seen anything quite. So here, I'm gonna send a quick clip in. Watch this clip.
They do that in Halo Reach.
Yeah, but Sam, it's done in a very unique way in this. I don't know how else to describe it. Don, watch this sequence. This is a musical number in the middle of the game where the Lovecraftian god gives Alan Wake's backstory in a musical number. And this is just in the middle of a horror game. It's fucking amazing. This is like one of the greatest things ever put to a fucking video game, in my opinion. This scene
Oh my god, dude, this reminds me so much of Red Alert in the
It's
best
fucking
ways
awesome.
possible.
This is like
Because
incredible.
it looks corny.
And I
in
swear
the
to God, this
coolest
game has
way
like the
possible.
best narrative ever. It looks so cool. It's kind of bizarre looking, which adds to the unsettling nature of it. And it's actually like in universe, it's the god literally tormenting Alan Wake. It's fucking. I cannot sell this game enough. It has twists. It has complex lore. It plays with meta in a way I've never seen before. It's got incredible character. I mean, honestly, I can't pitch this game enough. Like, it's that fucking good.
So
I'm gonna continue to show this.
I want to go back on your point about Baldur's Gate 3. Upon
Yeah.
further introspection, I do think like Baldur's Gate 3 really suffers in the third act. I feel
I don't know.
because I
think
just
it's
feel like
good.
the third act isn't fleshed out, but it's so incredibly buggy. Like
This scene is incredible.
not just for me, like for a lot of people that I've played with, like a lot of things just end up going wrong in the game where they just straight up have to restart it, which
yeah.
really kills like
They fixed a
enjoyment.
lot of that over the last.
Yeah, no,
like,
they're still
I think,
patching things out, but I
months.
still feel like a lot of things are still lacking in Act 3. I feel like, I don't know, Act 3 feels a lot more bare bones to me than the previous two acts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's so many plot threads in that game that Act 3 is about as good as it could be. I think, so my thing with Baldur's Gate, I think Baldur's Gate is not as narratively strong as some games I've played this year. But
It's
still,
not. I didn't
it's-
enjoy it for its story. I really enjoyed it for
I mean,
its
I
gameplay.
did enjoy the story. I think the characters especially are really good.
Yeah,
I think the gameplay is really
but I don't
fun.
think that
it's
I don't think they're
overall
like
it's-
stellar.
But I think that's what allows Alan Wake to just barely edge it out in my mind. It's that the story is so fucking good, and that the gameplay is also fun and everything. It's not as good as the Baldur's Gate, obviously, but like the story is good enough that I think if Lyrian wants to improve, don't get me wrong, Baldur's Gate is an incredible story. Don't get me wrong, but if Lyrian wants to make their thing like the game of all time, they could take what they've already got and make some kind of really incredible, intricate, twist-filled narrative. Maybe something a little more linear. And I know that might piss people off, but you can't make a good story that's that open-ended. It's very
Well, they
difficult.
do have the Divinity games.
I don't like the Divinity game, so maybe I'm wrong.
Never played them.
I played one, but I was also.
I mean, I've
playing
never
with
played the
people
Divinity
that
games,
were,
so
that were like min
but I
and
like
stuff.
the thing with Baldur's Gate 3 is I feel like the biggest thing that would hold it back is that it's trying to use D&D 5e as like the way to play. Because
They
as
should
much
have
as I
done
love Baldur's Gate,
Pathfinder. Pathfinder.
5e feels really limited as a system. for
Yeah, but
combat,
as a
at
bard
least.
main, it's great because bards can just do whatever.
So
in
Don, you want to
5e.
know something crazy? I learned.
I just don't like action economy in D&D
Let me
5e.
find
What?
this.
Hey, fuck it.
So I learned something recently. So you know Mistborn. I show this a lot, but you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you know that there was a Mistborn video game that was in development?
You've mentioned this before.
Have I? Okay, so it was canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the video game was going to be an action RPG. Brandon Sanderson wrote an entire script for the game. With like original lore and like original characters, and it just got canceled at some point. It got scrapped. Mistborn Birthright was going to be 2003. I was trying to see who developed it. It was given a tentative release date of 2015, but was later canceled. Brandon Sanderson wrote a whole story for it. But anyway, this game, if it had been released, there's a chance it could have been like, if you know anything about Mistborn, that combat system would translate to a video game in a huge way. Like, it would be incredible. The pushing and pulling on metal, it would be good. This should be remade. Someone should pick this up, and I think Lyrian should be the one to do it. But oh well.
Yeah, Larian's got the creative freedom at the very least.
Yeah,
so
I
I
don't
trust
know.
them. Because I don't think, like, because like the thing with like Baldur's Gate is that it wasn't their choice. It's that they were licensed by Wizards of the Coast to make Baldur's Gate 3. So I get it.
But also, never forget that Brandon Sanderson was in talks with FirmSoft for a while. Like, they were talking to each other.
Hey,
that was a known thing.
You know what, Mistborn?
No, it would be Stormlight with the big swords and the
Is in
battles.
Fortnite.
It is in Fortnite, and it won't come back in the store,
been
so I
in
can
Fortnite
buy
for a
fucking
while.
Keladin. Yeah, they've never resurfaced it back in the store. I play Fortnite now with Josh, and I want them to bring back that fucking skin so I can buy it. I will give you money, Fortnite. Please bring back Kelsier so I can buy it. No one, like, I remember when that happened, and everyone was like, this is irrelevant. Who the fuck is Kelsier? And I was like, it broke my heart.
Well, people are literate,
one day, when they make the Mistborn movie, and it's bigger than fucking Lord of the Rings, you will all see. Oh well. All right, y'all ready to wrap?
Yep.
All right. All right, that's the podcast. This is a very random episode. Thank you for watching. I've been Bjorn. Like and subscribe. We have a Discord. If you want to tell Dawn that he smells, or tell Sam that he's actually a really stand-up guy, make sure to join
Hey,
the Discord.
whoa. I will not tolerate that defamation of my character. Thank you very much.
All right. I'm sorry, Sam. You're too wholesome
You're
for me
okay.
to mock. Dawn, I can relentlessly mock him. It doesn't bother me. I can't do it. But anyway, if you want to join our Discord, a link will be in the description below. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the Discord, or you can ask them below. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Can I get a
Goodbye.
yeah?
Oh, yeah! All right, I'm ending it.